This video will show you how to satisfy the meaningful use objective of storing lab test results as structured data using the InteliDOX version 4 Electronic Health Record, or EHR. If your practice orders lab tests on patients, you're probably used to viewing and indexing fax lab reports from an InteliDOX image corral. But for purposes of meaningful use, test results that can be expressed as positive or negative, yes or no, or as a number have to be stored in a database as what's called structured data, not just as faxed images. InteliDOX helps you meet this meaningful use measure using a lab interface that automatically retrieves test results from labs electronically, stores the results as structured data, and also displays them in a report that's formatted like the faxes you're used to working with. Because the only test results that count towards meaningful use are those with positive, negative, yes, no, or numeric answers, not results with narrative answers like pap smears, biopsies, radiology reports, etc., InteliDOX will need your help to determine which lab test should be counted. When you order a lab test that counts towards your meaningful use numbers, be sure to create an InteliDOX task for the lab test. If you right-click on the checkmark, InteliDOX will mark the test as ordered. Your system administrator, with BusyNet's help, will have configured the task to indicate that its result is a type that counts towards meaningful use. After the lab has processed the specimen and sent the results to your server, the InteliDOX lab interface will automatically send a report, like this one, to the doctor's review bin. If for any reason the InteliDOX lab interface can't match the results to a specific patient, the report will be sent to whatever image corral is used to store results for unrecognized patients. If the report is for one of your practice's patients, just index the report manually as you would any scanned or faxed image. Once the lab report is in the review bin, just view it as usual. Click the Tasks button at the bottom of the screen to see a list of the patient's tasks, and click in the Tie column for the task corresponding to the lab report. Update and process the task as usual. For example, you can indicate whether the test result was normal or abnormal, whether the patient should be notified of the result in either the normal fashion, which might be a notification letter, or a special fashion, such as a phone call, etc. If the task is considered complete, you'll probably want to create a chart note to document that. If the task isn't yet complete, or if you have permission to skip the creation of a chart note, click the Process button instead of the Chart Note button. When you run the Meaningful Use report, menu measure number 4, Structured Lab Results, should now include all patients who kept an appointment during the selected time period, had a task created for a lab test with a numeric or positive-negative test result, and had that task linked to a lab report image.